Hey, Coach. Last time we talked, it was all about ball screen coverages. Where do you feel like the growth and the development has been in the last couple of days? Storing up and strengthening your perimeter defense.
Yeah, still right there. Still trying to get better with certain coverages. Trying to make it as simple as possible for line and KP instead of complicating things for them. Really challenge our guards to help them understand when they need to leave, when they need to stay. So a lot of focus on that in that regard. I think Lana was just talking about that, but the focus has been us, but then also prepping for Purdue 4-way and trying to put a game plan together.
It's been a long process to get to this point.
Man.
From the end of last year,
Man.
you've kind of remade your roster a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kind of, how's it been just to get to this point, and kind of what do you know about your team now?
Yeah, I think, when the season ended last year, to look at the 14 we have here, just really proud and happy that it's these 14 right now. Super competitive group, and I think you guys have heard me say that, and everything they do, and their strive to be great. We understand we're not going to be the most talented team on the court every night, but we can always put a competitive group out there that's going to compete and basically lay their life on the line to make sure Purdue wins.
When you were looking at the film, from Indiana Tech, obviously a lot of things went right that game.
Yeah.
But I mean, how fast and how many things jumped off the film to you to work on?
I think we had 12 good defensive clips of 70, maybe. A lot of defensive clips where we were getting away with things because we were the superior athletic team. Where we were taking chances that because it worked. And stuff we talked about when we went back and watched film, we can't do that against Purdue 4-way, and they're going to take advantage of it. And then obviously later as the season goes, but it was exactly that. We've got to be better. We've got to be more disciplined. And I think seeing that on film, it woke everybody's eyes up and we've made adjustments. Been a little bit more detail oriented, throughout every practice.
Perimeter shooting big against. How would you say your spacing and your rhythm is offensively in compared to last year with all the shooters you have now?
Yeah, I think playing in Europe this summer obviously allowed us to practice, and we worked a little bit more on offense than we normally would have, and so maybe we're a little bit further ahead, but just with certain lineups on the floor, Reagan's ability to stretch when she's at the 4, if we go small and Mari's in there. Lana can pick and pop it too, but I think everybody just has a little bit more understanding. I think we've done a better job of being better teachers to get them to understand, the importance. I think I look at it this way: women always want to know the why, and when we know the why, we're gonna probably do it the right way. And so just getting them to understand the why we want things done. I think it's helped our we have 7 new kids, and then you throw in Amaya, who didn't play last year. Trying to get everybody up to speed.
Is defense your number one concern as you start this season, or is there something else?
I think, knock on wood, I like where we are offensively right now. I like what we're trying to do. Obviously, shots got to go in, but in the game can be humbling in that regard. But the defense, you can control that, and trying to simplify a scout for a new team. I think we've had the luxury of being able to change things on the fly, or with JT and Abby and Madison being here for 3 years, it was easy to kind of put a game plan together because they could help. Now with having so many new pieces who have huge roles for our team, just making sure it's as simple as possible but as clean as possible, so we don't have a lot of mistakes out there.
Sounds like a lot of progress offensively. For a while you were saying you don't think your team's really, capable of scoring in the half court, reliably anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, what will you be able to do this year in those half court sets that you couldn't previously?
Well, I think obviously we still want to get up on the open floor, and I think our half court will still struggle until at times, But I just think we have most often we have 5 people on the floor who are threats. Whether being from inside the paint or from the outside, a little bit more athletic on the perimeter with the ability to put the ball on the floor. And I think having Ella has done a really good job. I think we said this of allowing Sophie to understand how to read screens, kind of slow her game down. Ella, I feel like Ella has kind of taken Sophie under her wing kind of organically. You know, and if you ask Soph, like, you know, she kind of leans onto it and holds on to everything that Ella says, and it's been the